I'm gonna make this very simple. Over the last 12 months, I have failed so many times. I've spent countless hours doing things for projects and little things here and there that end up not even mattering, and that didn't benefit me at all. But in this past year, I've learned so many different things in so many different areas that I think I can finally say that I'm ready to really dedicate myself and become better in every aspect of my life. I think it all starts with your environment. And the best thing that I can say is that the best work is done when everything in here is clean, organized, or if you go somewhere else to sit down and to get work done, it's better than sitting at home and being around these things that you're around all the time. So getting out the house every once in a while. But the reason I'm making this video, and it's also my first video, is because I told myself that at the beginning of 2025, this new year, I would really be taking myself seriously. It has nothing to do with anyone else or anything else. Just me and what I want to do, what I want to achieve. And one of those things that I wanted to do and to get into and to tap into was making videos. Now, I'm not going to sit here and edit all these different things and make this maybe later on. But right now, I'm just kind of keeping documentation of my day-to-day life and, giving updates whenever I can. But as of right now, today is January 6th. It is 1:13 p.m. We just got back from the gym earlier. But what I want to talk about is basically the few different things that maybe you could imitate as well and that you could focus on for this next year. Excuse me. But it's very important to have goals, but also to plan out how you're going to achieve those goals. If I had to divide things up in a certain way, I would say the maybe four or five different things that I want to become better in. It would be business, fitness, reading, getting closer to God, religion, and school. Those are the main things that I want to focus on. So that's 5 things. Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather right now. But let's start with the first thing, the business. Like I said, in the past year, I've worked on so many different things. Ever since I made money online for the first time at the end of 2023, so a little bit over a year ago, it kind of hit me that I could really sit here and make money from my phone or my laptop like it's a reality. It's a real thing, like it's possible. And it was from TikTok. And seeing those payouts go into my PayPal and into my bank, it felt so surreal. Like those extra few $100s a week, however much, it felt real, and I couldn't believe it. It was so crazy to me. I could not fathom the idea that I would go on TikTok and I would be getting paid for it. And ever since then, in all of 2024, I tried so many different things, and I think I finally found what business model I want to focus on. I won't go too much into that, but this year, that's what I've decided to really focus in on. And I think I know what I want to do. So that's what I'm focusing on for this year. Because last year, I was focused on so many different avenues of this, that I could never really give all of my attention and mental space, or not space, mental power into one thing and all my focus on one thing. I was sitting here trying to do 5 different things every single day, taking up time for this, that. When if you just focus on one thing and you become the best at that one thing, that's how you're gonna at least get started. And then once you perfect that first craft, then you could try something else and dip your feet into something else and then try this, try that. But you gotta find one thing that you want to master and go from there, and then it'll all work out for itself. You just keep working. That's what I believe. Now for the second thing, it's my fitness. Now right now, I am a little tubby, but I will say probably a year ago, I was in the best shape of my life. As of now, I'm like 200 pounds. I think a year ago, I was probably like at 170, 175, right around there, which, 20, 25 pounds isn't crazy. But what I will say is I'm proud of myself that even though I was gaining weight, eating like crazy, I was still going to the gym 5-6 times a week, no matter what. I never stopped going to the gym. I just ate a lot. So I either need to eat less or do more cardio, which I think I've been eating less because I do want to cut down again. And I feel like I'll look better than what I did a year ago because I have much more muscle. I'm a lot stronger. But that's for me, for my fitness. Going to the gym has never been a problem for me. I love working out. I love going to the gym. I just love the feeling of it. And I love seeing the results. You know, I've seen my muscles slowly grow over time. And it's just, that's the satisfaction for me. So I've never had a problem going to the gym. But yeah, I want to cut down, you know, eat a little bit less, get back to where I was and become peak shape again where I was. But yeah, after that, we have reading. Now, I did only start reading a couple months ago, like seriously reading, mostly like self-help books and like informational books. But that's something that I want to spend more time on for sure, because before last year, I didn't read anything. I never read, but I do feel like it's very important. I read some very good books that kind of give me new perspectives and new ideas to think about. But that's something that I also want to focus on, that I feel like I didn't put enough time into last year. So of course I want to put more time into that, at least maybe like an hour a day, which doesn't sound like crazy amount of time, but compared to like 20-30 minutes a day that I was doing before, if even that, you know, that's over double, triple the amount. So, you know, about 45 minutes to an hour a day, sit down, turn off the phone, focus on nothing else but the book, lock it in, and, you know, learn some new things. You know, the more you know, the better. You know, there's no cons to having more knowledge. That's the way I think about it. There's no cons to knowing more information and to retaining more information. There's no cons. There's only pros. And then now I'm doing them because I did them in order like this. But for this right here, just getting closer to God. I mean, you know, I feel like these past few months, 4 or 5 months, have been very interesting. I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about what I want to do and who I want to be. And I'm honestly, like, at some points I would say I was disappointed in myself for the things that I've done and the things that, you know, I've treated people like I feel maybe. And I can sit here and tell you, like, I made some mistakes for sure. But it did make me realize that I wanted to be better. I could tell you all the things that I did wrong, all the this, that. But it did make me want to be better. And that's one of the things that I want to focus on. You know, I'm not trying to sit here and say day and night I'm going to be going to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, reading the Bible. No. But obviously, if I wake up, grab a coffee, just read the Bible for a little bit, you know? Take a few minutes while I read coffee or make breakfast, whatever. And just something small. Start with something small. But yeah, that's number 4. And then number 5 is just school. Do I want to go to school? No. But obviously, you know, I'm just trying to get my degree done, get it over with, so I don't have to worry about it no more. But yeah, that's number 5. Just keep working on that. You know, there's nothing crazy about that. Just, you know, what I've been doing. But the whole point of this is so that if you're watching this, I'm only 21 years old. I'll be 22 next month. Started making money, when was it, 20? Over a year ago, when I was 20. Started making money on the internet. And since then, I could never stop. Like, I've been trying to find new ways to do this, do that. And I'm putting this out into the world to keep myself accountable, but also to keep documentation of my story throughout this year and the future, however long, see what happens. But yeah, it is 2025. I am not going to waste this year. I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'm ready to work, man. I'm ready to work. But